Silas just going to sit in the background. All right. Mime Silas tonight. Do. Welcome to the CouncilCast.
Wow, that was amazing.
This is episode 71, being recorded on March 5th, 2019. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we'll make absolutely arbitrary decisions on topics about science, technology, and random shit with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. So welcome to tonight. Oh shit, I just closed my window. Anyway, we're off to a great start tonight. We're going to be starting off with some science-y topics. And I think probably some of the biggest news from last week, which would be that SpaceX launched its Crew Dragon capsule to the space station.
I was confused. Did they launch it or they're going to launch it?
They launched it. They actually launched it, I think technically Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
So it's the first test of going to space with the capsule that is going to be carrying people into space for SpaceX. So it was kind of a big first step for them because it showed that the capsule could survive. It could dock with the space station. It actually docked, I think, early Sunday morning. So as far as I know, everything has gone successful so far. And this now puts them on a path to getting ready. I think the next flight is actually to have people on board. So sometime later this year. So it's a pretty big step for SpaceX.
Who's going to get to fly first? Is SpaceX going to fly one of their own, or are they going to fly an astronaut? I guess
I think they had 2 astronauts listed, didn't they, from NASA?
Yeah, they do have 2 people who are already scheduled to go on it.
Gotcha.
I gotta figure out. I was gonna look up who it was.
I thought the funny thing was that the person that went up this time was a crash test dummy in the suit with all kinds of things hooked up to him to figure out, or him or her, to figure out what was going to happen to the astronauts when they went up. You just see a crash test dummy sitting in there. Just
I like the gravity detecting guy who was sitting in there, and he would just float around once it hit no gravity. I have no idea. I can't seem to figure out what the hell the guys' names are. There are 2 people, though, who are already scheduled to go. And I think they're still talking about doing it later this year.
Really?
Yeah. Or early next year, so. I think the biggest thing was that they actually have the capsule, though, looks awesome. It's got those solar panels on the outside of it.
It says carrying astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken.
Oh, there you go.
As early as July, but possibly not.
Yeah, I think what I've been hearing is that July might be a little unlikely. It might be more like later this year. But I think as long as everything comes back to Earth okay, it's probably going to be a thumbs up. You could say it's a double thumbs up for space.
Oh, come on, that's mine.
We can't take away Matt's saying, like, it can't be all of our sayings. Like, this is very important to the integrity of the show that Matt has his saying and the rest of us have our own saying.
He's got the double, and I've just got the regular. Now mine kind of sucks.
Well, I say crash up, crash up.
Crash up.
Thumbs up, crash up. Thumbs up for crash test dummies.
What the hell's happening?
Yes, Brian's
thumbs
all
up
about
for
the
strokes and other
double crash up. That's mine now. You know, we all have our own thing.
Seriously, I just think it's really cool that a crash test dummy was the first one to go up. So.
It's too bad they didn't put a stuffed animal or something in there. Elon Musk's stuffed animal that he goes to bed with.
You know who would have been great? Alf. Should have put Alf in there and had him go up.
That would have worked.
That's my.
I don't know if that would have worked.
I don't even know what we're talking about. So, thumbs up. Crash up.
Space.
Elon Musk sent another capsule into space with no humans. A human capsule with no humans on board. He sent a crash test dummy with a bunch of sensors.
Lame.
Yeah, it should have been Alf.
I mean, the crash test dummy's name was Ripley, so
Yes.
Oh, believe it or not.
I'm
Believe
walking
it
out
or
of there.
not.
Nothing like Ripley to jinx the mission.
well, good for SpaceX. I do give him a thumbs up. So,
You too. Thumbs up.
Crash up.
so now that we have people who can ride on Elon Musk's rockets, we no longer need to send them to Mars because,
That's what she said.
contrary to what we said last week, the Mars Curiosity rover is alive.
Yes. Yes.
I knew we were all pulling for it. So,
Reboot.
I can only guess that
turning it off and back on again.
they tried turning it off and back on again, and it fixed it this time.
Nice.
Nobody
tried
thought
turning
of
it off and
doing
on
that
again.
until yesterday.
Really?
Hey, guys, what if we tried turning it off and back on again? They just, well, the thing was they probably had it like loaded with like Intel parts or something. And so they called Intel and they're like, hey, we're just curious, why did it crash? Like, why is it dead? And they're like, well, have you tried turning it off and on again? They're like, well, no, but, no, we didn't. All right, well, how about you try that? And I'll just hang on the line here while you do that. It's working again. Thank you.
No, apparently the
Thanks, Steve from Totally Not India. God, we really need to get our spacecraft support out of call centers.
my favorite is when you're talking to somebody on the phone about your phone, and they're like, "All right, go ahead and restart your phone," and you're like,
Okay.
You'll call me back, right?
Nope. Your phone doesn't work, remember?
"That's how they get rid of people."
It's like the press Alt F4 for cheats of phone stuff.
How do I take a screenshot? Alt
Yeah.
F4.
Exactly.
But anyway, no, the Mars Curiosity rover apparently entered a safe mode during a glitch. So NASA apparently has no idea why this happened, and they're currently investigating it, but it apparently turned itself back on and is now back to work studying a giant rock.
Nice.
Good.
Doing-
It was a
Sometime
Martian.
that lazy piece of
It was a
tin
Martian.
got fucking doing something.
The Martian's like, watch this. Click.
Yeah, it's a life form on Mars. It's like, oh,
See?
what's this thing? Oh, that's the on button. That's the off button. It's like riding it around,
Yeah.
hiding from the cameras.
How fast does it go again?
What did we decide?
27 kilometers a decade or
A
something
decade,
like
yeah. Every 30 years, it goes 15 kilometers.
I like
That's
the idea that maybe some
ridiculous.
Martians were poking buttons on it. I think that must have been what it was.
I like that it has a safe mode,
that.
and that
In
they were
case someone
confused
hacks it.
about it. That they weren't able to like there weren't signals being sent back that says going into safe mode. Like that they didn't think to have that programmed in. They're just like, oh well, of course it needs a safe mode, but we don't care if it goes into it or not because that's not going to freak everyone out that it has died.
What happened to our rover? That's crazy. NASA didn't even know what was going on. Aren't they
No,
like
they
super
actually
smart?
they as far as I know, they totally sent the control center, like they shut it down last week. And I'm guessing that like some dude, as he's unplugging his computer, was like, "Oh shit, there's something happening."
Is this a Howard Wolowitz episode here? We
Yeah.
have no idea
Yeah.
what happened.
We have to erase all of the evidence.
I give it a thumbs up to little green men pushing buttons on the rover and turning it back on. So
That was nice of him.
it was very nice.
I always thumbs up to safe mode. So.
Thumbs up for space. Yes, right back at it.
Two rockets up. Two crash up.
2 Silas rockets straight up.
Two Silas rockets for your pleasure. Straight up. Served to you
Whoa.
straight up right now. 2 rockets.
I didn't know that you had 2 rockets.
That's my secret. That's what keeps them coming back for more.
Well, what might be coming back for more and make people come back for more is Tesla offering a Model 3 at their magical price point of $35K.
Nice transition.
It's about time.
So apparently Tesla is now the company is now offering a standard Model 3 at $35,000 pre-tax breaks or refunds or whatever the hell it's called.
It's about time.
And unfortunately, to do it, they had to kind of cut some corners.
They fire everyone.
And they did that by closing all of their stores.
So I'm actually mostly okay with this because I firmly believe that Tesla is in the nobody's buying a Tesla because they saw it at the Tesla store. Of course people are, but that's not the vast majority of purchasers. Tesla really needs to drop the stores, and they've already said they're going to do this, but people have been saying they need to do this forever. I fully support them throwing all their money at service related things, basically. That is where they're at right now.
Well, and I think with all the issues that Tesla has had just getting into the markets by selling directly to consumers, it doesn't really make business sense to keep pursuing.
They haven't had issues. They've sold like fucking hotcakes.
Well, they have, but they can't sell in the same way that you can go to the Chevy dealership down the road.
Sure,
So.
yeah. Nor do they want to, I don't think.
They need that Carvana thing, right? Where you just get online and order it and they deliver it to your house.
So that's what I'm wondering. So now
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Wait, Faye, we got just what you need. Tesla's for you and me.
So if they are going to go to an online only and they're not going to have stores, is FedEx just going to drop off your Tesla 3? On your daily Amazon delivery?
You know they'll deliver them right to your house, right?
Yeah, but yes. But
you don't have to go to.
Correct, but do they not still have to pay employees to drop the car off at your house?
They're not firing all employees.
They'll just have UPS do it.
Those cars are pretty cool. I drive one for free.
They're dropping the
So wait, Tesla's drop shipping cars to people's houses now?
They are dropping them out of.
If I were to order one, I could choose.
Maybe Amazon's got a drone that can.
I could have chose to pick it up at the dealership, or have it brought to me.
Okay, so how many people do you think work at their dealership though?
Too many.
5?
Fire
10?
Yeah, but these are Tesla sailors.
That's
at
dealerships all over the place.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but how?
You're talking about stores. You're talking about locations, staff. There's a lot of overhead there. They can. That would be huge, a big help. Because now you're just talking about rolling them out of the factory and delivering them.
Yeah, but they're still storing them in a warehouse somewhere. I imagine there's probably warehouses full of Teslas somewhere.
It's like the end of Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
Just like a bunch of Teslas in boxes.
In crates.
We have top men working on them. Who? Top men.
Top men.
So although I do agree that probably closing their dealership stores is probably not a bad deal, they did have to cheap out on some of the other parts of the interior of the car. So if you do,
we always knew that was going to be a case.
Genuine.
The 8-track is coming back, so I don't think it's that big a deal.
Yeah, technology is cyclical. You're right.
Totally makes sense.
The most advanced car on the planet with an 8-track player.
The hell is that noise?
I don't know.
That's my dad. That's Brian. That is.
What, you can hear that?
Oh,
Yeah.
it sounded like somebody was like eating the last little bit out of a yogurt cup.
I'm sorry, guys. I forget the microphone can hear everything and not just my voice.
Little West Side Story breakdown.
So I guess does this convince anybody to want to buy the car? Is this
Oh yeah,
mean,
I'm going
more
out to buy one
desirable
tomorrow
for people?
now.
I was
Yeah,
planning on
I was
buying
going to
one
go to my
anyway.
Tesla. I was going to go to a Tesla dealer, but now that they don't exist, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable buying them online. But it's a pretty cool thing.
I don't want to buy
Matt,
one
you-
until Amazon can deliver one via drone.
Yeah, I wanted to. I
Leave it
wanted
on your doorstep.
via a
Ding
drone.
dong.
Via a drone. Yeah.
That'd be one big drone.
Well, don't they self-drive? Why don't they just program the cars to drive themselves to your
I was
house?
just gonna say that.
All right, I got my Tesla
Yeah,
pitch.
well,
I got my,
the
I got my
article
Elon
said
Musk
that
pitch.
the article said that once they have logged 1 billion miles,
Yes, billion. Yeah.
How many?
then they would have enough data to get everyone off their back, and they could make them totally drive themselves. Then they could deliver themselves.
So this is like driver's ed for robots is 1 billion miles. And then
apparently
you can get your full. They can get their full license.
apparently.
Right now, now they need to drive with adult supervision.
With human supervision.
I like it.
Matt, you said you were going to buy one anyway.
I was planning on buying one anyway, but I'm also not buying the $35,000 version. I'm not waiting for that one before I buy. I'm waiting for it to not be super snowy as hell.
Oh, so you're just going to go buy like the regular priced one.
Yeah,
Nice.
Hmm.
Can I ride around in it with you?
sure.
Neat. Can we let it drive itself so that we can help log miles?
Sure.
Neat.
Can Silas see if it really goes 130 miles an hour?
I don't. Are they talking about logged miles of customer miles or logged miles of people with full stuff? I don't fully understand.
Well, I believe the article said 1 billion
Oh, I never fully
miles.
understand.
Yeah, I don't know if it was log miles or customer miles.
Well, that's what I'm
or
curious. That's a good
frequent
question
flyer
because
miles. I have no
because it
idea.
could be.
If it's frequent flyer miles, I got some to transfer in. I'll tell you what.
I feel like it is though like that. It would make sense that if they're trying to get to 1 billion, that they would want all of the cars that are self-driving to send over data, because all of the cars are capable of doing that.
I mean, I would assume that your Tesla is already doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Oh,
before,
they collect all sorts of data.
yeah, I mean, they know when you pick your nose.
Do
They
they?
know all kinds of stuff.
Probably.
They have cameras in there.
Unfortunate.
Just don't eat it, and we're okay.
Um,
I was wrong. It says on the call, Musk said that he thought that once the fleet had accumulated 10 billion miles of supervised use, there should be
100
sufficient
billion,
$1
trillion, million, gazillion, trillion, billion,
sufficient data
yen.
to convince
What
the
are you
necessary
doing?
authorities that the system is safe to use unsupervised.
so yeah, I wouldn't buy mine with full self-driving. I'd buy it with the autopilot stuff because it's basically just super mega cruise control, which is what I would utilize most often. Like the current state of full self-driving is like when I can actually buy it and use it and get in the car and say take me home and don't have to do anything else, then we can talk, but it is nowhere near that state.
Car,
But
take me
intent-
to the
Right
island
now
of
it's so-
Nabundu.
Boom, boom.
Right now, full self-driving is so unknown anyway that it's almost
Well,
impossible
both
to get
unknown on their
anything
side and
through-
from a regulatory perspective.
right, and it's almost impossible to get anything through the NHTSA or whatever the hell their title is.
NTSB?
Sure,
Are you talking about the National Highway
National Highway Transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I mean, shit, we can't even get the headlights, like the laser headlights that Europe has over here because our
Laser
regulations.
headlights. What? That's like pew 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 pew. Like those kind of
What are
things?
laser headlights?
Therefore, when you want to go to a rave, but you can't make it there,
It's so you can have your own rave. It's like, hey, we need to have a rave. Let's call up Silas. He's got laser headlights.
So clearly, none of us know what laser headlights are.
they're like laser cards.
Man,
They're
Complete
actually
bollocks.
we should just continue to speculate.
Continue to wildly speculate.
laser headlights actually shoot at
Potty,
the
potty,
driver's eyeballs as they're coming towards you.
Do they clear ice in front of the car? Because I've always wanted lasers coming out the front of my car that could cut through ice so that I would never spin out. No black ice here.
I'd actually prefer if the
Hot
lasers
ice!
could just cut
It
through the
heats up.
car in front of me so I don't have to wait for them.
The best of both worlds.
Hot
No?
ice.
No?
Yes.
You know that movie?
No, what is it?
Hot Ice? It's Rookie of the Year? Yeah. The
Oh,
one where
really?
Yeah, it's Brigma. It's the pitching coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you heat up the ice cubes. I call it hot ice. It's the best of both worlds. Fucking Brigma. What a great baseball movie.
I give a thumbs up to laser headlights.
Oh, for sure. Laser anything, really.
Lasers.
Beep, beep, beep,
But I give a
beep.
thumbs down to the $35,000 car because it can't be delivered via drone by Amazon. So
That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna give Tesla a thumbs up because Elon Musk finally made a rebound. He's back on top. Everyone loves him because of this. No one is mad or upset. No one has any complaints about him now. He's finally arrived. So nice job, Mr.
None of the
Muskie.
boys he fired or that. I'm going to say thumbs up because my lucky number is 35,000. So
That is
Your lucky number. Wow.
what's your lucky number? 7. Oh, 8's my
Man,
lucky
I
number.
hope that's not one of your
35,000.
security questions on any of your accounts.
What's your lucky number?
34,000 tries before I get there.
all right, Matt, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up for sure.
All right. Well, if Amazon does finally figure out a way to deliver my Tesla, I think I'd want it to be dropped off on my Amazon Prime weekly delivery day.
Ooh.
So
Anthony and I talked about this earlier today.
I put this on here because I thought this was interesting. Amazon Prime, the idea is Amazon Prime is now offering you a weekly delivery day. So when you order something on Amazon, you basically set a day that you want all of your stuff to be delivered. So if you order it on, if you set your day for Wednesday, if you order on Monday, it gets delivered Wednesday. If you order on Friday, it gets delivered Wednesday. You order on Wednesday, it gets delivered the next Wednesday. So you have one day that you have all your stuff delivered, and they just, if you buy 3 times during the week, they'll just hold everything and ship it all at once.
Got it.
So it's kind of the opposite of it's an interesting idea because it gives you a little bit more convenience for choosing which day you want to actually have stuff delivered, and maybe you don't want to have things delivered in multiple steps, but it kind of breaks the whole thing of 2-day shipping that everybody bought Prime for.
Right, but here's the thing: it's probably whoever at Amazon thought this idea up should get a massive raise because it does so many things from just this from a business standpoint. One, it encourages more purchases because you don't have to think about when is this going to show up. You have people who will wait. Most of us are like, well, I know I want to get several things at once, but I'm going to put this in the cart because I'm not ready to buy anything until this point. Oh, well, I know that I'm going to be able to get all this stuff when I get back from my trip to Europe. So I'm just going to start buying stuff now. Oh, I'll buy this. Oh, I'll buy that too. Well, this pops up. So people are buying stuff more often. And 2, then they get to package everything into fewer boxes. So they're going to save a ton on shipping because they're not going to be and labor costs and the whole thing because they're only having to package things for each customer once a week then. So there you go.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up. Next topic.
I think it's a genius idea.
Done.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Mic drop.
Nice.
I didn't do it on the table because I was scared.
I don't know. It sounds greedy to me. They're using carbon footprint and saving the planet just to make some more money. So I'm sorry.
But you see, I think that's why that's how they made a great business case.
I
here,
think
because
it's
they're
pretty
gonna
nice.
piggyback off of people who do want to save the Earth.
I think it's pretty nice. I like because like, what if it's like, oh man, I don't really get a choice in when it's gonna be here. But if like I know I could pull off working from home like this day, so I'll have it delivered on that day.
Right.
Next
yeah.
week. Like that's super convenient.
Yeah, I think the convenience factor is pretty high here because, like, here at home, like, Beth is only here a couple days, or she's here a couple days a week, so it's nice because she could get deliveries as they get dropped off.
Yeah.
And so it'd be just like nice. Oh, like you said, I can work from home. I'm already going to be home, or that's the day I get off early. You can just
want everything delivered on Saturday because I'm always home on Saturday.
Yeah, you just have the stuff delivered, and almost to your point, Silas, you could be gone, and you could say, okay, well, I just want to get it all ordered because I know it's going to get delivered a week from now.
Yep.
And you don't have to worry about, oh, is it going to show up before I get home, or it got delayed a day, or whatever it may be. So,
yep.
I give it a thumbs up because I think it's a
Frozen.
I give it a thumbs up because I think.
You froze. You froze so hard.
That's awesome. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
The mystery will remain unsolved.
No reason at all. For it.
Thumbs up because
technology's great.
Maybe it would have worked better if I had drank my Elixer of Immortality.
Yes. That's what I always say.
Snake juice.
Snake juice. Yes.
My recommendation is almost a guarantee. Is basically a guarantee.
So apparently, if you've ever wanted to know how to live longer, all you had to do is root around in a Chinese tomb for a while until you found some weird yellowish liquid.
Surely we're talking about unicorn horn or rhino horns.
I only believe that this is real for immortality if they go into this ancient tomb and there's a dude down there being like, "Hey,
there was a dude
somebody rolled the stone away."
Yeah, they totally left a dude down there to ask us, like, to act as the hype man for this material. They just bust up this thing and he's like,
years
"Oh, it's
ago.
not my time to shine." He just starts like doing a bunch of like lunges and shit.
Finally,
you never, Silas. You never read the article. There was a 5,000-year-old man down there.
They tested his DNA. He remembers his birthday. It's all legit.
This was in China. They busted it open, and his first words were "Como están, bitches?" And everybody was like, "What?
What?
You're Chinese." Weird. I didn't know you spoke Spanish. You must be real old.
So I guess the moral of the story is if you find a yellow liquid in a tomb in China, drink it.
Nope.
Did anyone
not doing that?
I don't think anyone drank it.
Nobody is ever supposed to drink yellow anything.
I don't drink anything 5,000 years
unless
old.
it's Mountain Dew. I'm not drinking yellow anything.
How old was it again?
2,000 years.
2,000 years.
2,000.
I don't know. Ask the guy.
When did you invent this? Oh boy, I
It's
lost
been a
track of
long
time in here.
now.
But before you were a twinkle in your daddy's eye.
What if it was the Elixir of Immortality, but because the dude was alive, he really had to pee, and he just ended up peeing back into the bottle?
And
it's just a practical joke, and he's like, drink it.
The first person dies after a while using it, and he's just like, I gotta be honest, like, I drank it all. Like, I just needed somewhere to go.
I don't remember the formula. I stole it from some
That's
other guy.
great. I like that.
he's left. I mean, he's still alive, but he left the tomb. He like figured out a way out, covered up his tracks. He's like, I don't want anyone finding me. Oldest man alive.
It is a funny description, though. A yellow substance that smells a little like alcohol.
Okay, so what is it, Blaine? You read the article. What's going on?
That's what it said.
Oh, you want to actually know?
It's poison, is what it is.
It's unclear whether this beverage was actually intended to be consumed.
They did say so. They opened it up and they initially thought that it was like some sort of wine, and because it had some sort of strong alcohol smell, and it was yellow. But it turns out that it isn't actually wine. It's made from partially comprised of potassium nitrate and aluminite, which is apparently the main ingredients of the life-enriching elixir documented in ancient texts. So I'm gonna believe that it's the elixir of immortality, and I will throw it out there that if you want to drink the elixir on the CouncilCast, we would be more than happy to host you.
By the way, high doses are associated with health risks, including
death,
ranging
immortality,
from eye and skin irritation to kidney failure, anemia, and even death, and also everlasting life.
Well,
forever.
That's the trick of the elixir of immortality, is you can only drink it in small doses over a very long period of time.
Got it.
In case you ever get any.
What is it like?
I give it a thumbs up for the greatest practical joke ever. That's what this is setting up to be.
Drink my urine. I dare you. I mean, the elixir.
Thumbs up.
Hey, yeah, thumbs up to drinking weird stuff in cold, dark places. That's my favorite.
Thumbs up to stuff that's really, really, really old.
Matt,
all right.
Do you care? Did you thumbs up it?
I thumbs up.
Nice.
All right. So, well, you know what isn't creepy is a hotel full of robots.
Of course.
And it's even better when the robot hotel decides to fire all of its robot workers. Does it not become a hotel anymore?
It fired the robot workers?
Yes.
But they didn't claim unemployment because they went to work for Tesla selling cars.
Did they unionize?
They apparently so this is in Japan, and it's the robot hotel called the Henna Hotel, and it was supposed to apparently represent the future of hotels and how everything is just going to be automated for you. And now the hotel has decided that it's going to fire over half of its 243 robots because they're not very good at doing automated tasks.
Oh, won't somebody think
that's what they were programmed to do?
Unemployment.
I hope so. That'd be amazing. Think about it, though. The owner of the robots collects unemployment for each of the employees that got fired.
No.
That person would never have to work again. Mechanical slaves.
You don't get to collect unemployment forever.
I don't know if you can claim unemployment for your slaves.
What? For your mechanical slaves. I was watching
I got some plans to rethink.
I was watching
like if you have
John
slaves,
Oliver last night.
Are they really unemployed?
Well, I was watching John Oliver last night, and
they
were
really
talking about
employed in the
automation. The whole episode was about automation, and which was about robots taking our jobs, including working at hotels, apparently. And
but not
he found this. Yeah, I found this video from the 1950s or 60s where they were talking about all the mechanical slaves who can do your work for you. And it was just like mechanical slaves, mechanical slaves, mechanical slaves. And he's like, parts of this video haven't aged well.
Yeah, it's because we did other stuff instead.
Yeah.
In the future, you won't have to poop.
You'll have a robot do it for you.
That's the dream right there. I want reports. I want reports on it though, so that I know
they can do a chemical analysis. They'll tell you Excuse me, sir.
You haven't been eating your greens.
You've been
Your
eating too
veggies.
many hamburgers.
You laugh.
But it's going to happen. Toilets are going to do that. Toilets are going to start like
They already
inspecting.
make smart toilets. The,
Is there a
like-
toilet that can weigh how much I pooped?
well,
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there's toilets that can like
That's what I want a
analyze
robot
things
for.
and send it up to your doctor.
I want a robot that can weigh my poop and then tweets about it.
Like, is there like a high score?
Yeah, and then you can get
Yes.
a model that says, "Hey, congratulations, you're 50."
Oh, man, what a-
Well, that's- we'll begin in just a minute.
What a great sub headline for this smart toilet thing. More than a pipe dream.
Oh,
How do I send a thing here?
thank you for your contribution. It will be sent off to the lab. This is just not good. Toilets that can do all kinds of things for you.
Yes.
This is an article from 2009.
It inspects it, lets you know if anything weird is going on. Like it pops up and like there's a little flashing light for any time that you have a parasite or a tapeworm. It's like, excuse me, you have a tapeworm.
I mean, I think you would probably know if you have a tapeworm. I don't know if I need a toilet that can tell me that.
Oh, you wouldn't know right away.
No, trust me, you don't know.
Somebody needs to read a book called The Truth. I think is the name of it.
Creed gave me a tapeworm that will eat all my food. And then when I've lost all the weight I want to, I'll take something and then I'll pass the tapeworm.
Yep.
That wasn't
Yeah.
a tapeworm.
That wasn't a tapeworm.
There's a book called The Troop by Nick Cutter, and if you're into tapeworms,
Hot dog.
For everybody who's into tapeworms, I'm going to give this a thumbs down for the robot hotel because
I don't know.
I don't understand how it was supposed to ever work.
Well,
I
and
don't-
the fact that the topic kept our interest for about 3 seconds and we started talking about tapeworms.
And toilets.
Thumbs down for thumbs up for toilets that can read your poop. So that's it.
Thumbs down for Japanese robots. I don't know. It's just not a good idea.
and archive.
Silence.
All right. Well, I think
Something
we'll
nerdy.
wrap up with our. Are we back to Musk pitches, or are we just?
You know,
doing-
I started this. I said, "Dear Elon Musk, we would like to apologize for our last tweet at you. We would like to continue proposing ideas to you. Today's proposals include ...
I want a toilet that weighs my poop,
Okay.
and then it
Oh
creates
my
a high score leaderboard that everybody in the world is participating on.
You guys are ridiculous.
Okay, so you want a toilet that weighs poop,
With a high score leaderboard.
creates Wi-Fi connectivity for worldwide poop weight competition. Monthly prizes.
All right, sure, why not? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, thumbs up for sure.
Thumbs up.
I play. I participate. Some might even win. Who knows?
Someone may win.
Let's see here.
Who has the next idea? Brian?
I would like to have you text, or what are you doing? You're tweeting him?
Per usual.
Usually, you're
I
using
can
the.
text Elon if you like.
No, that's good. Are you twittering? Are you twittering him?
Twittering at him.
You're twittering at him.
Or
I would
twatting
like
him.
for you to Twitter that Red 11 Media to be on the first flight to do some videography, going to the space station and all that stuff. No,
At Red 11 Media should go on the first trip to Mars to document the stuff, space stuff.
there you go.
Great pitch.
It's not really
Thanks.
a pitch. Yeah, no, I just think that would be great. You do a really good job.
Thank you. That Thanks for wanting to get rid of me for Christmas for the next 10 years. If I
didn't
ever make it home.
I didn't say. I didn't.
Oh, you want me to
say
hire an
the-
employee
No,
To do what? Go
No.
on the flight?
to go on the
No.
flight and document?
no, I didn't say
I will
Mars.
do
I
it for
said-
free.
No, I didn't say Mars. I said the first manned flight. This
First
thing coming up here in July. I just want you to
manned-
hop on board with a camera. That's all.
I
Is that
don't.
two
I don't.
ends?
I do not care which of those things I have to do. I will do both of them for free.
Ah, see, I'll just
Perfect.
do it for the. Just say you'll do it for the publicity.
That sounds great.
Do it
We've
for
already figured
the-
this out.
Do
Matt,
it for the Instas.
I don't even have an Instagram account.
do it for the Instas. Should go on the first manned flight to document the space stuff.
Space things.
Space things. Okay. Sure. I'll give this a thumbs up.
I say thumbs down.
I mean, thumbs up for space.
Thumbs up for space. Oh, sorry, Matt. What do you want
that's
to add?
Matt's thing.
For what?
What pitch do you have?
I don't have any pitches. I've put a moratorium on pitches for myself.
Mm,
Oh,
that's sad.
that's okay.
I'm
I
saving it
understand.
all up for one big doozy of a pitch.
Oh, what the? One day it's just gonna be a huge
I'm gonna
doozy.
drop it, and all of your heads are gonna explode.
I think
I
I'm,
hope so.
I think I'm doing. Oh, show thread. This is what I want. Oh, here we go. Show thread. What? No.
All right, what's your pitch idea then, Silas?
Something dumb.
Hold on. Yeah, something dumb. I have
Of course.
I have a great idea that I've been dreaming about for a while,
Ooh.
and it is I want there to be freaking laser beams attached to
Freaking lasers.
freaking lasers attached to freaking sharks that live in the fronts of our vehicles, so they can
Wait,
eat
wait, wait,
through
wait. You've been thinking about this for a long time.
for a long time. I
Is
really
it
do.
that
I really
scene
do
off
want there to
Powers?
be the scene from Austin Powers. I want that to come true. I do this. Delete that.
Freaking lasers.
Laser sharks on front of cars.
Let's see. Add another tweet like that.
This is
Tweet.
genius.
Is
Another
it?
tweet. Laser
I like it.
sharks.
As long as they can do
Front.
two things. One, the lasers can blow up the cars in front of me. And two, they can feed themselves.
Should be able to blow up cars and feed themselves.
Because I'm not going to feed the sharks.
Also, the cost of your car should still remain at
$25,000.
35,000. Yeah.
$5,000.
5,000.
Or the lucky number of 35,000.
Remain at the lucky number 35,000. Can I spell laser with an Z?
Sure.
If you want.
2 S's.
Laser, 2 Z's. Laser sharks in front of Tesla cars. Should be able to blow up cars, and the sharks should feed themselves. Also, in addition, they should melt snow and the faces off of enemies. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Laser 2 Z's trademarked.
Is it?
Laser sharks. Well, it is now. I just put TM behind it. So,
Nice.
does that work for every thumbs up, thumbs down?
I like
I'm
lasers.
thumbs up in it. I
Thumbs
love it.
up, you bet.
Cool. Matt?
I'm all about any of all of this.
I
Perfect.
can't wait for Matt's big idea.
What a stupid idea.
And you're gonna be waiting a while.
Still
That's
waiting
okay.
on at Matt Laura. Oh, I shouldn't do that.
Do not
Is
tag
it going to
me
be?
in this.
Do not tag me.
Still waiting on one of the council members' big all caps ideas.
All right.
All right.
think with
I'm going to give that a
that,
thumbs up too. Nice job.
I like the effort that he's putting into it, and it's going to be the best.
And he's not rushing into it. I like that. Take your time.
All right. With that, I think I'm going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you for listening. We record this podcast live on Tuesday nights on YouTube if you want to join us. We start at 8, I think somewhere around 8 p.m. Central, and you can figure out your own time zone.
Math is hard.
If you want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to the councilcast.org or search for our audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher.
Yep.
If you would like our decision on something, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect on Twitter at @RealCouncilCast. Thanks.
How many episodes have been brought to us by ideas submitted by our listeners?
A grand total of 0.
Well, we got a lot of room for growth.
So email us those great ideas, and we will do something with them.
Yes, we will.
Well,
Smart toilets.
Smart toilets. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Choo.